When will I hear back from A? Okay, you've given a little bit of a backstory. Let me read this. Would there be a reconciliation, and if so, when? Let's have a look. That's a perfect question. So let's see. So where are we going? Okay, this feels right. Let's have a look. Okay, that explains that part. Okay, so straight away what we're getting here is that there's a bit of a... Things haven't gone quite well, and there's a lot of hurt around this whole situation, and it does feel to me that you're feeling let down and things just feel up in the open. You just don't really know what's going on. You're being told one thing, and it's like his actions and his words haven't matched up. And you did say that there has been a long distance now, and it just feels very much like it's been very one-sided for a while now, where I'm getting the feeling you have been trying to reach out and trying to get somewhere, and it just feels that it hasn't really been coming together the way you wanted it to. Overall, I do feel that there's something here still that brings you two together again, because it does feel to me that we're looking here at a reconciliation and that there's some kind of celebration around it. So based on what you said in your background, it definitely feels that there's something here, but I'm being told that to make sure that you're not settling, that you're not kind of like giving more of yourself than you're getting back, because at the moment it just feels like it's all very much one-sided. It's all very much he's in control, he's in charge, and you're kind of like sitting there waiting, wondering, will he, won't he, what's going to happen? Let's have a little look to see if we can get any kind of when, because so far that hasn't given us anything yet. Let's do when. I mean, it's all about, yeah. Based on what I'm seeing here, I would say it's not going to be very soon. We're looking more towards, I'm feeling more towards late summertime when something will start happening. Excuse me. It's, the best way I can put it is, I do see you will hear from him before that, but because of the distance that there's between the two of you, location-wise as well as emotionally right now, it won't really be until we're going more towards the late summer where things will start moving towards something better and something more stable. You did ask if there will be marriage, and I do see that there's something here that indicates a commitment. I don't really fear that he's being as honest and open with you as you expect him to, because it just feels to me that there's something here where he's holding back and where he's not being 100% honest with you. And that's also why he kind of like, after the argument you had, why he could just completely cut off, because he hasn't been 100% truthful. Let's see. Let's pick an oracle card and just see if there's anything more coming up here that will help us to fully understand where his head is at. Because as it looks right now, he's not in a good headspace. He's feeling just very much all over the place, energy-wise. Okay, I mean, this does look to me that this will actually happen in the end. But first and foremost, right now, it is about you being happy being you. Because at the moment, because you have given so much, you have tried to be there for him like before, and you kind of like in a way you have put your whole life on hold as such, and it's about starting to say to yourself, okay, I deserve to actually have my life, have a happy energy around me, and really start focusing on yourself a little bit more. Not saying that means that the two of you can't work, but right now it's about you focusing on you making sure that you're actually happy and in a better place. And I do see that as we're going towards the summer, and especially towards the late summer, there will be development on this, and you'll be in a very different position by this time next year. Hope that helped a bit. Will things get better? Will I ever find someone to really love me? Perfect questions. Let's have a look. Let's use this deck. That feels right for now. Let's see where we're going here energy-wise. Will things get better? Let's start off with a will things get better first, and then we're looking at the love part next. Let's have a look. So, where are we going here? Okay, this feels... Okay, actually, might already have some answers on the second one here. Let's have a look. Okay, perfect. So, will things get better? Oh, that one. Yeah, that makes sense, because what I'm getting is that it seems very much that there's a real feeling of everything feels stagnant, everything feels like you just don't really know where you're heading, what's going on, and everything just feels a bit in limbo as such. From this card here, we're getting the celebration, the happiness, the things are going to get better, and also this one's telling me where there's a turning point, things will be better. But what this here is telling me in the middle, and also the one that was hidden behind, it's that right now it's all very much about you not really believing in it. You're not really believing that you can have the happiness. You're not really believing you can have the success, the love really that you want, and that's holding you back. It's because the more you say to yourself, I don't think this is for me, I don't think I'm really someone who could be loved the way I want to be, all this time you're then putting a barrier up as such, and that's holding you back from being who you really want to be. And it's about really trusting that you're on the right path and that things will actually be better. Let's put a few more cards, because it does feel overall that things are getting really a lot better. So I just want to make sure this is where we're going. Okay, yeah. Yeah, as you can see, it's all about letting go. It's about knowing that the past is the past. And yes, I know you have been hurt quite a lot, and it's never nice, is it? Excuse me. But you're on a much better path now, and things are going to be a lot stronger and better. So it looks very positive, and things will get better. Let's see where we're actually going here with regards to finding someone who will love you the way you should be loved. Because you're amazing, and you have to remember that, and it's important that you start really fully believing it. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely something coming up here. Love is on the rise, but right now it's about finding yourself again. Ultimately, yes, I mean, when we see the Ace of Cups here, it usually tells me that there's new love happening here. It's about you starting to believe in yourself, you starting to love yourself again, because if you can't fully love who you are and really fully appreciate how amazing you are, then how can you really expect someone else to come in and love you the way they should do? Because if you can't really fully embrace who you are, then it's hard for someone else to do that, isn't it? What I would suggest is get yourself some rose quartz. I've got a nice that needs to be something small. I mean, I got a big heart here on my desk, but something small like that, or even a raw stone. I think I've got one here. Let's have a look. Yeah, I think just something that small would be good enough. It's just to actually start bringing the energy back in that is right for you. But yeah, it's about you starting to believe in yourself, and you starting to really have faith in who you are, and knowing that you're actually in a much stronger, better position. The one thing I want to also mention here is that there seems to be some energy here around you from the past. I would say move away from that, because something there is kind of like causing a lot of hurt and causing a lot of pain. So you just don't want to go back into that. But apart from that, just move forward and really start trusting in who you are and really believing in you being amazing. And as long as you can do that, I do see you'll be with someone in a very loving relationship within the next 3 to 4 months, I would say, from what I can see here. Thank you. Would Kira want to come closer to me? And what do you see happening between us? That's a fantastic question. Let's have a look. So, where are we going here? Knowing a little bit about the backstory, of course, this is, I mean, as we said before, this is about making sure that you really are in the right headspace with all of this, because a lot has happened to you over the last few months, really. And it's about making sure that you are really really start trusting that you can make this happen, because too much has happened, hasn't it? Let's have a look. Okay, so yep. Now, as you know, when we looked at it before, it was very much that she is in a place right now where she doesn't really know where she wants to be, because she's really attracted to you. She's really drawn towards you. But at the same time, as you know, we mentioned the whole, because you're such a nice guy, that there's something that she sometimes feels a little bit, how can I say it, that it just feels she doesn't really know how to deal with someone who's actually nice to her, who's actually being there for her, that she doesn't have to keep chasing and everything. And that's what I'm seeing here as well. It's about you put in a lot of the work, you put in a lot of the effort in, and just make sure that you really are, that you're really stepping back a little bit, that you're letting her do a little bit of the chasing, a little bit of the running after you. Like I said before, this is not in a kind of game playing way. This is more about you just showing, okay, I'm ready for the next step. I'll let you now come towards me a bit more. And I do see that she will, because there's something here that looks very strong and very promising. So, yeah, I mean, everything that's coming here, I mean, it looks overall very good, I have to be honest. But at the same time, I'm also seeing that because of how things happened previously, as you know, that you have a bit of a guard up as such. Not even that you're aware of that, but it just naturally happens because of the pain you have experienced before. So just make sure that you're not letting the past kind of like influence how you're looking at things right now, because it does look to me that this is quite a nice connection, but it's a very new connection. It hasn't really got this deep soul energy at this point that you had before. So it's kind of like it's there for you, and it looks very promising, very good. But it's also something that will be very slow and will take time. But as long as you can take the time and allow it to grow naturally and slowly, then it does look to me that this has got some really great, amazing future here. She certainly likes you a lot. I can see that there's this real sense of excitement when she's talking to you, which sometimes to her feels also as if it's nervousness, because nervous and excitement is so closely linked together. So it does look very promising. Let's pull another card from an Oracle deck here, just to see if there's anything that can help us to really know, do we need to do anything else, do we need to make any changes? Let's see where we're going here. But overall, it does look very good. Okay, now basically it's just saying, what I'm getting here is it's really a case of start believing that you're actually amazing, because at the moment, and we talked about that before, you're very much someone who gives. You give a lot. You give so much of your energy, so much of your love, and you kind of like, you're always all in. You're not holding back. And right now it's the time to really start saying like, okay, this is going to work out, but in order for it to work out, I'm taking a step back and just allowing the universe to bring things together the right way for me. And that's what I'm seeing here. It's about you're really starting to see that you are in a better place now, that things will actually come together, and it just looks very promising. I would say, based on what I can see here, as long as you take things slowly and let it grow very slowly, natural, I would say within the next few weeks you will not start noticing that there's a much easier way of communication. It will flow much more natural, and both of you will be a lot happier. I see a lot of smiles, I see a lot of laughter, and it looks very promising. So just take it very slowly. Focus on getting to know each other very organically, and it looks fantastic overall. I hope that helped a bit. What is Chris thinking in regards to me right now? Let's have a look. Now, the thing to bear in mind is that, of course, as psychics, we're not really looking at someone's thoughts. We're looking at the energies all around and to see that. So it's not we're not looking at the thoughts as such, we're just looking at the feelings, because it's all about energy, and that's what we're looking at. So let's see where we're going here. So let's have a look. Okay, that explains that bit. Okay, let's leave it there for now, because what I'm getting here straight away is that it's about, you know, from what we said before, that he's on a journey right now. He's trying to really find himself as such, but at the same time, he's not really helping himself by the way. He's kind of like holding back, and he's not really being totally honest always about how he's feeling and everything. So he's certainly fond of you, I can see that, but at the same time, he's also, there's a certain amount of pain in him that is really strong, and as you know, he really needs to deal with that pain, and until he does that, you will find that there's a lot of back and forth with him, and a lot of things feeling a bit uneasy and on edge as such with him. But I do see that he he cares about you, and how can I put it? He's certainly very much energetically drawn towards you, which is why he can't ever let you go. Is whenever you have like a little bit of a breakup, or that there's a distance there, he usually reaches out because he misses you, and he does. But he does have a lot of issues that he first needs to deal with, and until he does, you will find it's a very back and forth. And yeah, this is telling me that as well. It's he's looking back at the past a lot of the time, but then rather than dealing with the hurt from it, he's ignoring it, and you know he's covering it up then. So that is definitely something that you really need to deal with in a way that you make sure that you don't allow him to keep hurting you. Your second question is, there's this Greek guy T, who I argued with. What's going on with him? Let's have a look here. Getting there. I noticed you also asked a couple of health questions, so I can't really go into that, but I will see what I can see. Okay, so with regarding to that guy, let's just call him T. There's something quite interesting here. I do feel that he's arguing with you because there's some kind of like an attraction on some level here, and he doesn't really, I just have to say it like that. It just feels to me that there's some kind of attraction here, and he's kind of like, his energy is, you know, when you're at a school playground and a boy might pull a girl's hair or whatever because I like them, and that's kind of like what I'm getting here. And I don't feel he has given you any kind of like really real signs here, but I do see that there's an attraction here, and that's what I'm getting here is the main reason as to why he's doing what he's doing. So yeah, that's all I can really say. You got another question here about your daughter, and will she qualify as a hairdresser? I can't do the next bit, but see if she will be happy. So let's have a look. Let's see if she will be happy. Will she qualify? Let's see. Where are we going? Oops, a jumper. Okay. Another one. Okay. So we got two jumpers here. Let's stick with those ones. Basically what both of those ones are, this is about a new beginning, a new journey, and I do see that she will be actually happy in the end. The hairdresser part, I do feel that yes, she will, but it looks to me that it will be a lot harder than she thinks, because there's something here where she's not really believing in herself and really trusting in herself. So as long as you can kind of like find ways of encouraging her that she is actually good enough and that she can do it, then I do see she will, because she has got the talent. She has quite a good flair from what I can see here. So just really focus on making sure that she knows she's special and she can actually do it. Then I do see this actually looks very promising. What I would suggest for both of you actually, especially for you right now, got some here. Rhodonite, it's a really beautiful stone, and the energy of that stone right now is what would really help you at the moment to really start believing in yourself again and trusting in yourself again, because you're giving so much all the time, and it's about time that you start getting back again. And this crystal will actually help you start knowing what your worth is, and that's what I see it's very important right now. So if you can get yourself one of them ones, and can be any kind of size. That's the only one that I got here right now. But yeah, you'll be fine. Just start focusing actually on you a lot more. Stop giving away all your energy to everyone else, and you'll be fine. So you want to know about your love life, and I know we looked at some of that before. Okay, I got your photo here as well, so that helps. When I do get a photo for these kind of things, it does help with the linking in, because I can then look at the energies around you as well. With yours, I'm seeing a lot of, I can say it, a lot of your energies are really bright and vibrant, which is a very good sign. It tells me that you are very strong. But I'm also seeing, when I'm looking at the confidence area, and it looks to me that you're struggling with that slightly, and it feels to me that that because of what has happened previously and everything, you kind of like don't always believe that you can actually have what you want. And but overall, your energy is very strong. There's nothing there that stands out that I would say you really need to do this or do that or change in any way. So it looks very promising. So let's have a look at your love life. I want to check out the guys we looked at before to see if there's anything standing out. And let you know what I'm getting overall. Okay. Yep. So I do see that there's definitely something here in with your whole love life situation where you kind of like, you're so ready to actually be in love and have someone there for you that you're not always being truthful with yourself as to what you want. You kind of like, you try to make it work in a way that you kind of like giving a lot of yourself and trying to be the person that you feel you should be, but in the process actually forgetting who you are and what you want. And it looks to me that there's definitely a really good strong love energy here, and I do see that you're in a happy loving relationship. But at the same time, I'm also seeing that you're kind of like holding back a little bit of what you want and who you want to be. And it's important that you really step back and say to yourself, okay, I actually deserve happiness, I deserve love, and I will not put up with anything that is anything other than perfect. And as long as you can do that, I do see that there's actually someone around you that you already know and you've talked to, who will step forward a lot more, because I do see that someone here, I believe we talked about him before, who felt good at the time, who will actually start feeling a little stronger. Yeah, I mean, this just tells me everything I need to know. You are basically on the right path to have the love life you deserve and the love life you want. It's just about making sure that you do not take anything that is second best as such. What I mean is like, don't hold back from what you actually want. Don't settle for anything that isn't perfect. Don't do anything that isn't what you want. And now that quite often the whole way society has us believe things to be is that we believe we have to sometimes settle for something that isn't 100% because nothing is ever perfect or whatever. But when it comes to love and a good connection, do not settle for anything that is not perfect and that's not what you want. Have another, you want to also know about move. So for that, let's look at crystal. This one always helps me with moving question. It's a beautiful one. Let's have a look. Yeah, as soon as I'm linking in here with the energy of the crystal, it tells me that you are ready. I know you said here in your question that you wanted to move, but it just feels it hasn't been possible. And what I'm getting here is, as soon as I'm linking in, I'm seeing a vibrant green color, and green is usually the color of healing, but also for me it's the color of new beginning. And I'm seeing that, and it looks to me that you are going to be moving, and it looks to me that we are looking at around, I would say summer is very important. I don't feel you moving in summer, but I do feel that in the summer something will come to light that will actually help you to be able to fulfill that dream of yours of moving, because I'm seeing you finishing this year in a new place with new energies around you, and there's also be a partner that you're with, because I'm seeing you both sitting, because what I'm showing is I'm seeing you both sitting under what looks like a Christmas tree and just being really happy, and that tells me, yes, it's happening. You will be in the position where you have what you wanted. You just have to start believing it. I hope that helped a bit.